Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Matt with Dyer's Design and Fabrication. Now, I've been looking for different ways to patina metal and different coatings and things like that to use on metal, because everybody paints, powder coats, and just to be a little bit different. A lot of people do this as well, but the patina look is just more of a rustic and more of what I tend to lean towards and what I tend to make. But what I did was I was searching around for all kinds of different ways, and I found this, and it's actually pretty cool. So what I did was I start with, this is cold rolled steel, and I ground everything down, cleaned everything up, sanded it, and then I hit it with acetone to clean it. Now, what I'm going to do is actually take it from steel and make it look like aged copper. So what I do is I start with this is just water. That's just plain water out of the tap, nothing special in there. And then this is actually a little solution. And what it is it's copper sulfate, or copper sulfide. So I just take this, I make sure I get it on there real nice and coat it real well. And you just let it sit for a minute. You can already see it's starting to change. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to let this sit until it gets to a point where you're happy with the way it looks. See, the longer you let it sit, the darker it's going to get. So, I mean, once you get it to where you want it, just take water. Now I use a spray bottle, because if you start hitting it too hard with the hose, then what happens is all of this real nice copper, it'll just wash it away. So it's not quite to where I want it. Now see, the water, it just kind of neutralizes what's going on, and it stops it from changing. No, I mean, I'm sure there is plenty of other ways to do this, but you know, this is the way that I've found that I like doing it. And you know, if there's more areas where you want it darker or lighter, you know, you can always go back in and dab some more in. And you let it sit there a little bit longer, and it will continue to change color. You just kind of need to sit there and watch what you're doing and make sure you get the, you know, just sit there and kind of babysit it, make sure you get the result you want. Now, there is a lot of other companies that do actually make chemicals and everything to do the same thing that I just did here. But, I mean, they're real expensive, and, you know, I try to look for DIY methods, and I try to look for other ways to do the same thing and kind of have the same effect. So let me get a... Let me see here. And see, that's your end result there. Now, the longer you let this sit on here, the more it's going to change. But I got some nice colors, some nice copper color, and some darker tones and stuff in there. So, I mean, I'm fairly happy with the result. But one thing you can do is, if you want to change it in an area, what you can do, get you a paper towel, just dry it off a little bit here. What I did was I mixed up a little bit of the same solution in a spray bottle. And see, the only reason why I'm going so dark with it is I just want to show what happens if you let it sit for too long. Now, if you sit there and you continue to let it have the chemical reaction, it's going to get darker and darker and darker. So that's why I say, once you get it to a desired result, just give it a rinse. And this actually looks like it. Yeah. You give it a rinse. It'll rinse, you know. I'm hitting it kind of hard with the pressure. Now you don't want to put, you don't want to spray it too hard, because if you do, then it's essentially what this is it's just copper that's stuck to the metal. If you spray it too hard, it's going to blow this copper right off of here. See, I'll hit it with a little bit of water here. And there you go. You know, now all said and done. Now you just take this and you let it dry. Once it's dry, pick out a nice clear coat. I prefer the matte finish clear coat. But you get yourself some clear coat, give it a couple of good heavy coats of clear coat on both sides. And you should be good to go. Thanks for watching, everyone.